Howdy, folks. My name is Lanso90, and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So we were designing a satellite to detect comets, if I recall correctly. This thing, with its absurdly large top, but apparently that's how this works. All right, it's got radio. It's got everything, I think. But you know what? This needs RCS. Past me did not remember that because we're using that thinner one now. There we go. Okay, that's done. We need a payload bay big enough to hold this thing. Not quite that one. Not with the not with the radio antennas in the way. There we go. Want another SAS. At this point, it's time to use the advanced one. And then this is the big chungus stage, as it were. Let's see. Engine for this one might actually be the proper size for this, almost. I'd probably shrink it down to this size, right? Yeah. Only thing is that's what also at this stage up here has, and I don't like to just reuse the same engine for everything. The unfortunate part is it's the most efficient engine, right? So that makes things difficult. 5 tons. I don't know. Let's see, we're at 4,000 delta V. If we take this off, slap that on, less than 4,000. That on. Less than 4,000 was honestly not that bad, so I am kind of thinking, why don't we just use that? It's the right size too, so it feels less cheaty. Just seeing. Don't think there's anything else efficient up here. I thought the Vesta, I guess KW Rocketries is too old now, and those settings aren't right. Because the Vesta used to be one of the most efficient engines there were, but now it seems like it's totally out of date. Yeah, don't really have more efficient engines out here. That's okay. Decoupler. Let's see, it's probably the 18 decoupler, right? Yep. Go ahead and get these set up right away. So I wait till the end, it gets worse. All right, now we're ready for the olden main stage. To see if that proportion looks right. It's not, it doesn't quite look quite right to me. Feels too big though. Maybe that's all right. It's hard to tell. I don't know if we have any engines that are native to this size. Probably not. The Bobcat is 310. 100. The mainsail's bigger, right? Yeah. The vector engine. And that's meant to be kind of like the R5 shuttle engine. Yeah, I guess we'll give the Bobcat a go here. I don't see why not. It's the proper size for it and everything. Okay. Now the boosters. About these. Just kind of curious about doing something a little different, so the rockets don't all look exactly the same. That might not be enough, though, to be honest with you. What about these? Those almost look too big. That might work, though. Fortunately, we need to slap some decouplers on first. Otherwise, it's all for naught. All right. These are all solid rocket boosters, all right? At some point, oh, here they are. This is what I was kind of looking for. Shouldn't need 4 of them, but like, what if we did like 2 of these? Of course, everything's all messed up, though. They have their own built-in engine. Yeah, they're kind of too big. Forgive me for experimenting. I was a little curious about trying to make something look a little different than what we've been doing. I can't really see what even... I guess they're Bobcat size, right? Mastodon. 5. Well, we're looking at atmospheric now, for sure. 290 in the atmosphere is actually pretty good. In fact, it may be the best save for the Bobcat. Skipper's not too bad. Mainsail's not too bad. 4-ton vector. Now let's see what the Delta V says when we strap these on here. Delta V at the right size is 1,400. All right, Delta V of the... Is it the mainsail I wanted to look at? I think so. Mainsail at the right size. Pretty much the same. So yeah, just give me the mast, or was it these? These are what I wanted to check because these were a little bit more efficient. But we have to size them up instead of down. Oh, you're these special engines because you're the shuttle engine thing. You can actually just attach anywhere. Okay, probably don't want to mess with you then. Just because you're more work than we're looking to do here. Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they're just like that. Hold on. Well, no, I think just grabbing these has changed how the assembly building's working. But yeah, they do change. Okay, that's plenty. Aerodynamics. We know the drill. We like our canards. just go ahead and use tail fins. Oh, there's the canard. 4, please. Parachutes. And also parachutes on this part. Me too. I keep going past it. There we go. Another one of those days where I'm a bit tired. I did not sleep well last night. For some reason, the AC barely working. It's working. It's just barely working, though. Yeah, lots of parachutes. Nothing else is probably coming back. I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's enough fuel in this bottom stage. I think we got to upgrade the fuel tank just a bit. It's the same size. That also may be the same size. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like there should be one stage before this one, right? Like this is an absolute unit of an extra size up, but I don't know. Proportionately, it does look roughly correct. Go. Fuel lines. Everyone's favorite part. Okay. Something along these lines gives us our asparagus stock staging. Bobcat's that one, right? Just want to be sure. Okay, these boys. We need... Trying to get a view where I can see 3 at once, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, 1 and 3 need to go last. 2 and 4 go first. Okay. Very little delta V there. Total delta V 9,000 meters per second. It ought to be enough. I'm pretty sure we're gonna... Oh crap, that's gonna frick everything up. I'll have to do it all over again. Oh, did it save it? Okay, it may have actually saved it properly this time. Weird. Normally you gotta fix that every time. Is there Kerbal Engineer built into you, Probidobidine? No. You thought you could outsmart me. Yeah. Even launch. All this thing has to do is get out of the solar system. It may be overkill. I just kind of wanted to have a rocket of this form Oh. To launch assembly, please. We forgot our structural girder things. There we go. Oops, this might not be on the right stage. Should be, but sometimes the game doesn't think no good. Nope, they are. Okay. All right. Look at that. It's got all sorts of controls. Oh, it got kind of tangled up in the girders, I think. Actually a little fast, but that's okay. You can always just throttle down a bit, which I did. Easy, boys, easy. I only have a different looking rocket, and I do like it. I like it. Whether it's going to be as efficient as our standard designs, no, because this engine's no longer enough. We actually kind of surprised, like those stages performed a lot better than I expected, but this one, it ain't doing much at all. It is a pile of junk. Oh no. Well, let's use physics time acceleration here, because can't even pull itself up. See how far down our... In fact, this is like, yeah. That's a revert to assembly moment there. Weird. I didn't expect that engine to not be enough. All right. I mean, this one, I think this one has the most kick to it. Even if we scale it up, it should still have the most kick. Unless the mainsail does. Let's see. Thrusts 1,379. You just gotta remember it's a different form factor, so the mainsail. We still get 2,000 meters per second. What about this scaled up? Let's attempt the mainsail. This mainsail's supposed to be BA, but you never know. Kind of want to move these side engines down, but I do know that it'll ruin everything. Whatever. Appearance is king. Wish there was like a better way. Hopefully this is another thing that they fix in future KSPs. As these things have never quite ever worked right. How did they get squished like? Oh, because everything got ruined. That's right. Ugh. That's the one problem with Asperia staging is you lose it every time. Yeah, you F with your design, or at least with the side pieces. Again, one of those things I hope they fix. Okay, I want 1 and 3 to go first now this time, right? Yes. All right, mainsail, don't let me down. Do. It's not a KSP problem, it's a mod problem, but I wish Tweak Scale would show you like what the stats of the new rocket are going to be if you adjust the scale of a part. Fast. Only know I'm going too fast by the atmospheric pressures and stuff. I used to know like exactly how you're supposed to do your gravity turn, like what speed you had to be at what height, but they changed the in-game physics and then I never really bothered to look it back up. And I even forgot like what they originally were at this point anyway, so. Okay. Or at least moving forward this time, so this is an improvement. Probably say it still doesn't quite have as much kick as it should, but it's got enough. And this one is basically supposed to be like the Saturn V engine. What was that one called? The F1? The engine we don't even know how to make anymore? Like, we don't really know anymore. You guys figure it out. Do. I guess like 80,000 minus prograde and time accelerate. And we'll yeet our fairing. Gotta remember the right one. It's deploy. Yeah, I ask myself every time. I still need to put like solar panels and stuff on an action group so I don't have to click on them one at a time. Time for apoapsis rapidly approaching. I do not know if the mainsail will keep up in space as it did in atmosphere. It shouldn't, because I think it's more of an atmospheric rocket. Here we go. Luckily, it's got enough kick to it that it's actually not too much of a problem. In fact, it may even be too efficient. I get closer to our apoapse here. Another control group that would be nice for KSP2 is like point at horizon line. Because we don't exactly want to be pointing prograde, we want to be pointing horizon line. We're just going to squeeze that much out of here and separate. There we go. And that stage should return. I don't know if it has enough parachutes to make it down, to be honest with you. That's a pretty big stage, and I think I put 4 parachutes on it. All right. And I'm going to say we should just accelerate here, but I think that'll take us to the moon. I think the moon will be in the way if we accelerate here. Not that it's precisely a problem. It can possibly gravity assist us out of here, but... Oh, we have more fuel than we'll ever need on this thing, but that's fine. I'd rather be way over-prepared than under-prepared. Oh, we lost all of our stages, though. Yeah, I should probably stick to the old parts for those side pieces. I think those Russian-style ones are a little bit more finicky about landing safely. That kind of makes this mission more expensive than we would like it to be. Oh, fuck. That's a really long burn. Glad I gave you a cheetah, at least, and not the efficient engine. Because this is going to take a while. Just going to have you point prograde. And then I'm just going to keep an eye on the map. Why is this stage so fuel efficient? It's crazy to me how much meters per second is in this stage. It's not fast. But it's not using the most efficient engine. It's using one that has a little bit more kick to it. I don't know. I guess I could deploy... And I guess I have to actually turn them on, huh? I could put little things on the ground and like test what the resized engine's outputs are. Just to get like an idea of what the thrust is, I can make a a spreadsheet about what the differing thrusts and different size parts are. That might be getting more hardcore than we need to be. Oh, I messed up. Retrograde. Luckily, we have an infinite amount of thrust here. There we go. Nice flyby of the moon. I assume these are working, right? Like these to allow partial. Probably burn the stage into the moon, but no particular need to, but it would get rid of it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because it shouldn't take that much effort to just absolutely send it. I think we quite want to burn that way. I think we want to burn that way. Normal? No. Things are rotated here. Radial in, I think, is what we want. Yeah. Goodbye, unnecessary stage. I don't like when that happens. I don't know what causes that, but it's quite scary. Fortunately, this thing is now. Make sure we're going high enough above everything to not hit anything on the moon. I think 25,000 is good enough. All right. We're way out of time for this video. Hope you all enjoy and have a good day.